Hey there, welcome back to Nancy's Homestyle Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I make two different kinds of deviled eggs. One is a honey mustard version and the second is a yummy barbecue version that I just came up with a few weeks ago. I think you're really going to enjoy them. They're super easy and they're sure to be the hit of your party. So let's get cooking. I have found the easiest way to make hard-cooked eggs is by using my Ninja Foodie multi-cooker, pressure cooker. Some of you may have them as an Instant Pot brand, but I think this is the easiest way. And how to do it, it only takes a couple minutes, is you have your regular insert in the multi-cooker. It comes with a rack. You're gonna add 1 cup of water to the bottom, and then we're gonna add a dozen eggs. Now this recipe, I put it in a tray that holds 10 deviled eggs. But I always do a couple extra because sometimes there may be a hairline crack or something like that in the egg where it'll split open during the cooking process. So I want to make sure that I end up with at least 10 really nice eggs. And the thing that's great about using the multi-cooker or the Instant Pot is they peel so quick and easy. All right, so I just put a dozen eggs in there. I have even put 2 dozen eggs in here at a time, and it totally works. So here is the lid. Before you use the lid, you just want to go around and make sure that the seal is seated correctly, that your little safety pin moves up and down. And we're going to go ahead and turn it on and get it locked. We're gonna close it to the sealed position. We don't want it to vent because we're gonna be pressure cooking it. And then I have a pressure button on high and I'm gonna change it to 4 minutes and hit start. So it's gonna take a couple minutes to do the preheat. Then it will beep again. It's gonna do a 4-minute countdown while it pressure cooks the eggs. After the first 4 minutes is up, it's gonna beep again, and then we're gonna let it sit in here for another 4 minutes. So during that time, the counter is gonna start increasing to show you how much time they've been sitting in here since it's done. Once we hit that second 4-minute time mark, we'll go ahead and power off the unit. I will vent the steam, and we'll immediately get the eggs into an ice bath. Okay, our count up timer has reached the 4-minute mark. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop and turn the power off and open the vent just so the last bit of steam can escape from the pressure cooker. So the safety button should depress here any moment and we'll stop seeing the steam escape. There it goes. Okay, now it is safe to remove the lid. Okay, that's hot. And what I have here is a bowl filled with ice and some water. So we're gonna take each of these eggs out and put them in an ice bath, and they will rest here for 4 minutes. Then we will peel them. The eggs have been sitting in this ice water for at least 5 minutes, probably a little bit more. What I do is I put them in the sink. I have a paper towel here that I can roll and crack them on. And then normally I rinse each one off, and then I'll put the rinsed one on a separate paper towel so it can dry. The tray that I transport and store my eggs in holds 10 eggs, but I always do 12, and I'll show you why. I always get I don't know what happens if it was like maybe it had a hairline crack and I didn't notice it, but I always get one that seems to have an issue. It's still edible, but it just doesn't look pretty. Look how easy it is to peel these eggs. They just pop right off. When I used to boil eggs in the past, I would sit and fight and the shells would stick to the eggs every time. And then sometimes the eggs looked so bad because I had picked off so much of the white. I didn't want to use them. But these, I don't want to say they come off in one piece, but they do come out really nice. So I'm going to finish peeling all of these. I stick them back in here, rinse them off, give them a good rinse, make sure there are no little pieces of shells on it, and then I'll meet back up with you and we will cut them open and start making the filling. So here's a little tip. If you peel one of your eggs and the eggshell looks a little brown on the inside, do not worry. All this is where the egg was in the multi-cooker. It was up against the side of the pan inside the multi-cooker and it got hot right there. But your egg is not rotten and it's still safe to eat. And I've never seen the brown discoloration on the egg itself. So I'm mashing up the egg yolks from the 10 eggs here in the bowl. I have the egg whites in that transporting tray, and I'm just using a regular kitchen fork, and we're gonna mash these egg yolks up into kind of a nice mealy crumb texture. Don't worry if you don't get it perfect. When you add the other ingredients like the mayonnaise and the other flavorings and you keep mixing it, they will eventually really get blended in and you won't notice that there is chunks. So this looks pretty good. We're making 2 different flavors of eggs. We're gonna do a honey mustard and the other one is a barbecue. So for both of them, they start with the egg yolks mixed with mayonnaise. So for 10 eggs, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and then we will mix this up again, and then I'm gonna reserve half of this to make the other flavor. So let me get this mixed up real quick. Here you go, you can see it. It's not really wet, it's just nice and incorporated. You don't wanna add too much mayonnaise or too much of the other liquid kind of ingredients, because then it'll be too soft and it won't stay in the egg. So I'm gonna take half of this mixture and put it in this other bowl. Okay, and we'll set that aside. This is gonna be for the barbecue flavor. So let me set that one aside. So the first recipe we're gonna do is the honey mustard deviled eggs. This is my standard deviled egg recipe that I take to parties or for holidays, and I never come back with any. It's an empty tray. So I'm gonna give you some of the measurements, but now I've cut this in half. So look at the recipe down in the description and it will give you the full recipe for 10 eggs for the honey mustard and for the barbecue. So I'm gonna add a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, about a teaspoon of white distilled vinegar. I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of Colman's dry mustard. I love this dry mustard, but it could be pretty potent. If you don't have this, you could just use regular ground dry mustard. So there's a 1/4 teaspoon. This is the secret sauce, Beaver Honey Mustard. I'm gonna add about 1/2 of a tablespoon to this. Again, if you add too much of this, it's gonna make your egg yolk mixture runny and it won't set up in the eggs. So give that a stir, and you can also, just using your spatula while you're stirring, keep smashing down those egg yolks so it gets a nice creamy and smooth consistency. We're gonna add a little pinch of salt and some fresh ground pepper. Okay, that is all the ingredients for the interior part of the eggs. Okay, that's incorporated really well. I have this serving tray. This is normally what I take with me. I'll take the eggs covered in this dish, and then when I get to where I'm going or I'm serving at home, I put them on this tray. But just so you can see how I fill them, I'm actually just gonna pull a couple of the egg whites out on this dish, and we're gonna take 2 teaspoons and just kind of scoop it in there. You don't want to overfill them right from the onset, because you'll get through all of your egg whites and then all of a sudden you'll be out of the filling. So I kind of skimp on the filling at the onset just so I can go back and then I can add more. But just for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to fill those 3 in like that. And then the very last thing we do is sprinkle them with some paprika. And you could be as generous or restrictive as you want. I like the flavor of paprika, so I tend to go kind of heavy on it. Okay, let's do the barbecue eggs. This is something that I was thinking about the other day, of how to do a different flavor. And in the door of my refrigerator, where I store my honey mustard, right next to it, I saw the Chick-fil-A sauce. Kind of crazy, but it actually tastes really good. So in here, all I have are the egg yolks and the mayonnaise. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this Chick-fil-A sauce. Let me put this here. Maybe a half a tablespoon, a little bit more. Mix that up. Some salt and pepper. And I'm gonna go really easy on the salt because I have one more ingredient that's gonna go on top instead of the paprika, and that has salt in it. So let's do some pepper and a really fine pinch of salt. And I'm gonna switch over to the spatula so I can get this a little more creamy. Okay, that is good. And then get the teaspoons back. And we'll put these on this other side so you can see them. And same thing, just drop by teaspoonfuls or so into the cavity of each egg white. And then I'm going to show you this really awesome ingredient that we love for multi-purpose here in the household. And now I'm excited because I just found another way to use it. And it is the Gospel, I think it's called Holy Gospel Barbecue Rub by Meat Church. This stuff is fantastic. And the holes in this are big, so it's gonna come out really fast, and it has a little salt in there. So I'm just gonna pour some on my hand and do a very fine sprinkle over each egg. When I did this initially, I kind of shook it just out of the container, and it was pretty strong. But if you just do the slightest bit of rub on these eggs, it's gonna be just perfect. All right, so here you have it. Honey mustard eggs and barbecue eggs. And let's go ahead and we'll do a taste test. So the honey mustard, my regular eggs. They're so good. Just sweetness, they're not spicy at all. Like I said, these disappear really fast. Okay. Now for the barbecue eggs, these kind of remind me of the flavoring of barbecue chips. And I think it has to do with the Chick-fil-A sauce actually is a blend of mayonnaise and some barbecue sauce and mustard, and then putting the Holy Gospel rub on top. It has that little sweetness. It's kind of like a sweet barbecue rub, similar to the barbecue potato chips, instead of a more peppery, savory rub. So let's try this one. This actually may be my new favorite egg. And I can't wait to make this for my family and for my friends who know these eggs very well and surprise them with these. So anyway, I hope you guys give these a try. Let me know in the comments if you do and if you like them. And we will catch you on the next video. Have a great one.